Sheldon. Guys, the COO of Facebook is out with a new book, and she's encouraging women to lean in or step up. And her book is creating a lot of controversy. And we're here with Professor Sosamma from William Jessup University.
Good morning.
And Professor, tell us a little bit about this book. I mean, she talks about so many different things, but one of the things she talks about is the fact that women can do the same exact job as a man and be perceived completely differently.
You know, first of all, just for context, this is Sheryl Sandberg, and Sheryl Sandberg is the Chief Operating Officer of Facebook, and so that gives her a really prominent platform to be talking about these issues. And I think she does a great job presenting the concerns and really using that platform to highlight the concerns. Interestingly, she highlights in the book a study where, you know, you take a context of a successful person, Heidi, and they share the story of Heidi to one group of people and show her rise to success, and then they take that same story and change the name to Howard and show it to a different group of people, and the reactions were completely different. So going to your point, people reacted completely differently to a woman doing the same mechanisms and methodologies to achieve success as a man and having a very different reaction. So that was interesting. But there's some nuances in this too, and the nuances are that people perceive leadership in different ways among men versus women. There have been previous studies, not in this book, where certain leadership traits are categorized as masculine or feminine or androgynous, and that has nothing to do with male or female, but it does have everything to do with how people perceive it. And what we found was that women who are androgynous, meaning balancing masculine and feminine traits of communication, assertiveness, that type of thing, tended to emerge as leaders. And men who did that, it really didn't matter. They didn't have to be androgynous. They could be very masculine. So there are some perceptions that we have to work through.
Oh, very interesting. Now, she also mentions the ambition gap. Tell me a little bit about this. What is the ambition gap?
Well, in her book, The Ambition Gap is this idea that women leaders aren't necessarily always taking these opportunities, aren't being confident in taking these opportunities and going to that climb toward leadership. I take some question with that. I think in our society today, it is not as much about the ambition. It is really about the opportunities. There are many women who have the desire to become a leader, but they are balancing all sorts of different interests. And so they may not always be able to make that choice. Or they have a context where they aren't given the choice, given the opportunity to make a choice.
So many layers to these issues. And we could literally do a 10-segment piece on just this book. I mean, she brings up so many points. Unfortunately, we do have to wrap, but we'd love to have you on again and hopefully talk about more issues in this book.
Thank you so much. Thank you.